Hey there, my name is Scott Grant. I'm a certified senior advisor and senior home safety specialist with Grading with Grace. You know how annoying it is to lug around a heavy vacuum around the house, tripping over the cords, trying to wrestle it into corners. It's the same for me, and it becomes even more annoying as you get older. That's why I wanted to show you this TruCozie Cordless vacuum. It's lightweight, super easy to use, and honestly, it's kind of a game changer if you've been pushing around an upright vacuum cleaner that's heavy, or maybe you even have one of the old canister style vacuums you're still pulling behind you. So let me unpack this and we'll take a closer look at it. So once you get it unpacked out of the box, you got the main power and suction unit. You've got the beater bar and roller head attachment. You've got your battery. You've got your main wand, crevice tool, multi-tool, extra HEPA filter, charging cord, and then a wall-mounted hanging rack that you can use to store it and have a place to keep it when you're charging it. There are a few protective pieces to remove. Got one here on the beater bar, and then another here on the power unit. So to assemble and get this set up for your first use, it's really pretty simple. You just take your main power head, your battery goes onto here at the bottom. You line up this little tab here with this area here. Push it till it snaps. To release it, right there. Then you'll attach the main wand. Now this wand does have an extension to it, and it does lock into various positions, so you can kind of get it exactly where you want it. So to get this lined up properly, you've got the plugs here on this section. You've got the receivers here on this side. So you want to make sure you click them in together like that. Just push them till they click. And then you've got the main power head. You'll do a very similar procedure. Line up the two plug areas. So then your vacuum cleaner is fully assembled and ready to use. So then you can adjust the height right here. You can adjust that depending on your height, so it's more comfortable for you, not having to bend over. Also depending on the area that you're trying to reach or clean. So let me go ahead and show you how to use the attachments. You can either connect them down here at this far end. So you can plug it in like that. So you need to reach above the head to vacuum curtains or get cobwebs up out of the corner. So you can snap it onto this end of the extension wand. If you need to do something up close, you can remove the extension wand and plug it in right there. That way you're just dealing with this attachment. That's a great way to also clean out the car. So if you're using this out in your vehicle, you can just take this part out there, you snap on your crevice tool, go down in the crevices of the car. So it can be used for that as well. Another option is you can remove your attachment here. I've got a dog that sheds quite a bit, so I like to vacuum the tops of my couches and seats and the cushions. You can pop that on there and then use it really close in like this to get furniture and upholsteries and things like that cleaned. So pop this off here. And also want to point out to you the battery. I had another one of these, the battery mounted underneath the main unit. It had a button on the front that I was all the time accidentally hitting. That thing would pop off and hit me in the foot, so it was beyond annoying. This one, the battery is attached well. To remove it, you have to push this button right here, which is out of the way and not likely to be accidentally hit. So from my personal experience, that's a feature that I appreciate. So to operate it, this trigger here is your power switch. There's no separate like on-off switch, so just activating the trigger does turn it on. Then this button right here adjusts your different suction levels. So you've got 3 different suction levels, and then as you may have seen right there is your battery indicator. And depending on the speed you use, this should work for 45 minutes of continuous use. Now, one thing to know, if you've never had a cordless vacuum before, it is important that you keep these very clean because they've got smaller power units and a smaller collection cup. So once you use it and you need to empty it, you just press the button right here on the front. That pops this door down. Then you can shake it out and empty it into your trash. Close it right there until it snaps, so it's ready for next time. Now for a deeper cleaning, you want to remove the battery. Push right there till that clicks. Pop your battery off. Then you can remove this suction cup right here. If you press this button right here at the top, you can twist that off and that comes off easily. Now inside here, this is a HEPA filter. So you should clean that out as that gets dirty. You've also got a removable, washable filter right here that you can wash off in the sink. And then let it dry and push it back into there. And then inside here, you've got this unit here that you can rinse off and rinse out real good and make sure that that's good and clean as too. And this unit does come with an extra HEPA filter when you need that. You'll probably need that in a couple months, just depending on how often you use it. So then just replace everything back in there. Just align the tab with the little slots right there. Twist till it locks. And then replace the battery. And so it's good to go. Charging is simple as well. You just keep the battery attached and plug your charging cord into right there until it's fully charged. Take that off, remove that. And then for storage, you've got this wall-mounted rack that comes with anchors and screws. You could mount this to your wall. And it's got places here you can mount your accessories, and then, of course, the main unit itself. All right, I just wanted to jump in here. I've used this for just about 5 minutes or so in the living room. As I mentioned, I've got a border collie that sheds quite a bit, so you can see quite a bit of dog hair in there, but you can also see a lot of fine dust in there as well. So it picked this up in just a couple of minutes, running this on some rugs and a hardwood floor. It was plenty powerful enough for that. You know, if you have a deep shed carpet or something like that, it might be a little bit different. But as you can see, it definitely does the job for which it was intended. So cordless vacuums do have benefits for older adults. First of all, they're generally pretty lightweight. This one I'm showing you today is 6.9 pounds. The biggest advantage, if tripping or balance is a problem, there are no cords to trip over. This one is pretty easy to assemble and use. The buttons are intuitive and easy to see. They're easy to engage and disengage. So it makes it easier for older adults or people with arthritis to switch out the accessories without any issues or challenges. I like that the controls are simple to use. Just an intuitive squeeze the trigger, turns it on. Button on the back adjusts your power, which is right where your thumb is, so that's a perfect place for that. A little bit of maintenance to do, but as I showed you earlier, it's easier to walk through and do that. If this is something the user themselves isn't going to keep up with, it's something you can just kind of do when you come over and visit occasionally. Extension on the wand, so you can really get it dialed in to the right height for you, so that you're not bending over and hunching over to run the vacuum cleaner. As far as power, it's in the mid-level of these, so it'll do smaller apartments, smaller size homes, runs up to 45 minutes, so you're not gonna have to be running and charging it too often. And it's just simple, easy to operate. So if you're looking for a simple way to clean for an older adult that makes the chore of cleaning the house a little easier, you're concerned about trips over cords, you don't have to worry about that with this. Easy to use, easy to operate. And the vision is a problem. It does have lights on the front that kind of helps light the floor up. So I think most older adults will be happy using this. If this video has been helpful, please like it and share it on your favorite social media. Also, I'd be honored if you'd subscribe to the channel for more helpful content like this for older adults. My name is Scott Grant. I'm a certified senior advisor and senior home safety specialist. Thanks for watching.